Here we go, here we go. Got another I-35 Realty show to give you, and I'm so glad you're listening. Yeah, you don't have anything to lose because you are talking to a very accomplished real estate agent, even if I say so myself. We're going to kind of be talking about some of that, and we got Aaron Owen on the boards. Appreciate him participating with us in making this a great show. Of course, we're going to give away some books today, so call us at 773-1400. We're going to give away the whole book, and we're going to give away The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. So we've got 2 books to give away. So the first caller gets to choose, and the second caller gets which one is left over. So give us a call if you're interested in those free books. And you are listening to the I-35 Realty Show, and I'm Bill Vernon, your Keller Williams agent for the Central Texas area. You can always reach out to us and the team, Chelsea and Jeff and I, at 888-559-5217. Of course, you can email us with any questions you might have at radio@i35realty.com. Check us out on i35realty.com. There you can see our feature properties, many of them that I talk about on the show. And I'm going to share actually the 2 new ones that we got right now, which is a great house over on Morgan's Point Resort. We just brought this on yesterday, a brand new listing. It's number 2 South Compass Lane in Morgan's Point Resort. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $1,778 on the square footage. We're asking $167 for that. It is a phenomenal house. I mean, I was just telling the people how proud I am to have this house because they make, if you want to see what your house needs to look like when you're going to sell it, you need to just come see this house. They've done it all. They remulched the beds, the backyard rocks. It is sparkling clean. You're ready to move in. So give me a call if you want to see that one. And hey, here's a great house that maybe you want to be out of town for the weekend, tired of the rat race here in the big Temple Killeen area, and you want to just go relax in a quiet area and kind of use it the way these people did. They show up on Thursday and left on Sunday night, and this is 198 County Road 1764, technically in Clifton, but you're on Lake Whitney. I mean, you're looking over on the lake. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's $1,213 on the square footage. Has a boathouse that has 3 slips for you to park your collection of boats. They actually have their ski jets on both sides and the boat in the middle. And we're asking $324,900. Great house. I'm telling you right now, if you want to retreat to get away this is the house. Well, you know, we always want to sell or share. That's the word. I do want to sell those properties, but I also want to share some statistics with you. And, of course, it's the first of the month, so we always do a look back at last year versus this year in October in the Killeen and the Temple Belton area in the Greater Fort Hood area. So let's take a look at that. So we're going to look at statistics for October 2013 will be the first set, and October 2014 will be the second set. So let's look at the median home price. It was $110 for the Temple area. It's now $142. That's up $32,000. Then when an average home price last year was $137,700, it's now $177, up $33,000. And let me tell you, I can see that. There's some great prices out there for houses right now, and I see that going on. Property sold was $143. It is $134, so we sold 9 less. Average days on market is 125. It's down to 115, so it's 10 days down. Months on inventory last year was 7 months. Now it's 6 months. So like we've talked about, it's a month shorter, and it is technically in a equilibrium. Neither the buyer nor the seller have an upper hand. Great time to be buying or selling your house when we're in that kind of a market. Again, let's look at Greater Fort Hood. It was $118,800 medium home price. We're at $118,500, so we're down $300. The average home price is $123,700. This year it's $142,300, so we're up $18,600. and we're going to see in a second why that is. Properties sold 205 last year, sold 17 more at 222 this year. Average days on market 124, it's 129, so we're up 5. Months on inventory last year, we're dipping into that buyer's market 7.7, but now it's at 6.7. So again, we're getting some great action going on in the greater Killeen, Fort Hood area. So that's 1 month shorter. Great time to be buying a house. And a lot of people kind of go, well, why is that? And I could contend that the reason that is that interest rates are phenomenal right now at 3.97 versus 4.19 last year. So as we can see, there's pressure on those interest rates. So that's going to affect two things. First off, it's going to get us a lot more buyers out there. However, it also is going to increase what you can get for your house. They're able to buy more house at 3.97 than they are at the higher 4s, which we were testing earlier. And so that's kind of our market update. And in the local area and in the state area, we can see several articles that are out there. College Station, the real estate center says sales of existing single-family homes in Texas were up 7% last month from a year ago, according to the latest data. We can look at Houston. Houston's housing market's record-setting September. This is off of RealtyNewsReport.com. Area existing home sales were 4.4% higher during the year ending September 30th than they were during the same period of previous year. So we got a total of 90,142 homes were sold during the last 12-month period. So they're really rocking in the Houston area. Austin had a slight drop during the summer, but it started taking off, and their September was fantabulous for them. Austin American Statesman had a report about exactly that. So in Texas right now, the market is doing great. It's a great time to be selling your house. And you know what? It's a great time to be looking and buying because you have great interest rates. And we don't know how much longer. And we play the game. And if I had some crystal ball, which I don't, I could sit here and tell you what the interest rates are going to be tomorrow. And I really don't know. What I do know is this, is that if you actively and consciously make an effort to present your house in a great way, it will get sold because there's a lot of great people out there. And speaking of a great house that is ready to be sold and is just really rocks, is this one right here. And Eddie, I love this house because it's clean. It's a great starter home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's $1,276 on the square footage. $94,900 is what they're asking for it. What is really great about this house, that one you can get USDA lending. A great program. A lot of people go USDA lending. Aren't they about agriculture? Well, yeah, here's a little program they have. They want to make sure that the people are able to get a loan in some of the smaller towns, and this house right here fits the bill. Beautiful house. Really would encourage you to go look at it. Another great house we have is Las Cruces in Temple, 3106 Las Cruces. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's 2650 square footage. Big house with big, beautiful oak trees. Move-in ready. The people there, both of them are, they're fabulous people to work with and talk to, and they really take pride in their house. He was in the construction trade, so he makes sure his house rocks, and I'm really proud, again, to have this house. And I would encourage you to give me a call at 888-559-5217, and we'll take a look at Las Cruces. Beautiful house. Something else I want to talk to you about is a lot of times people will go and say, well, it's the holidays. Nobody's looking at houses. we're not too in. I think I'm going to take my. I don't think we're going to do this. I'm telling you right now. Um, and I know I've said this before to you. I do as much business during these holidays, and you don't see it. I got quotation marks. Aaron's watching me, kind of going, "Why is Bill got bunny ears going on?" But what I'm doing is quotation mark. I do as much business on that off time, the holiday time, as I do during. Hundreds of houses will be sold. So and I'm going to give you the 11 reasons why you need to put your house on the market as a seller, and give me a call. Number 11, by selling now, you may have the opportunity to be a non-contingent buyer during the spring when there are traditionally more houses on the market, which could ultimately drive prices down. This could mean you sell high, and we'll get on why you're selling high in a sec, and you're buying low when there's so much other inventory. In other words, you got your house sold, and you're ready to buy a house. Whereas the other person looking at the house during the when everybody's buying houses time is out there having to sell their house to buy a house. Let's go to number 10. You can sell now for more money, and we'll provide the delayed closing, extended occupancy until early next year. Hey, a lot of people think, okay, I sell my house and I move out. And that's the optimal thing to do is really have, and I'll always come up to people, okay, what's our plan? What's plan A? And they'll tell me what their plan A about moving it out of the house when they sell. Then I go, oh, what's plan B and plan C? We do want to have those plans, but many times someone is coming in looking for a house that they're going to be moving in at the beginning of the year, see your house, and they're fine with buying your house and then renting it back to you. Or delaying the close. So those are options you can have. 9, even though your house will be on the market, you still have the option to restrict showings during the 6-7 days around the holidays. A lot of people go, well, I don't want to show my house when everybody's here during Thanksgiving. It's okay. People understand that. And we can work around that. As your agent, that is my job to help schedule those showings, and we can do it. By the way, Thursday, I will probably be sitting there eating my second helping from the Dallas game. So will you, and probably so will our buyers. But let's go to number 8. January is traditionally the month when employees begin their new jobs. Since transfers cannot wait until spring to buy, you need to be on the market during the holidays to capture the market. Again, Christmas, I had buyers just running all over the place looking at places they were buying in January and February. So, hey, maybe you want to be in there when the supply is dropped in your house. And again, we just shared with you, the months on market are shrinking. So there you go. Supply is starting to drop. So your house will be one of few. Let's go to 7. Some people must buy before the end of the year for tax reasons. 6, buyers have more time to look at home during the holidays than they do during the work week. Okay, so let's imagine this. I got a week off during Thanksgiving. That gives me time to come down here and look for the house that I'm going to buy during next year. So wouldn't you want your house up for sale? Let's go to number 5. Buyers are more emotional during the holidays, so they are more likely to pay your price. And, I mean, let's just think about that. We're coming to the end of the year. It's Christmas, and we kind of get in that mold of mode of I deserve the best. And I'm in that kind of emotional state. My family deserves the very best. I'm in that emotional state, and I'm out looking for your house. To buy a house. There you go. 4, houses show better when decorated for the holidays. It's very true. If you got your tree up, you got your lights going, something else. I know my mom, my poor mother, she's about to entertain the family. All her kids are coming over for Thanksgiving, and then the following weekend, guess what happens? Everybody shows up for the big family Christmas, where we all get together, the extended family gets together. So her house is spotless and looks sharp. Well, why don't you clean the house, for 2 reasons. You're killing two birds with one stone of, hey, I've got my house all looking sharp for the holidays, for the family, and to be shown. Let's go to 3. When supply goes down, it means there's a greater opportunity to capture motivated buyers in a better sale price for you. Okay, again, everybody else is thinking this. This is their thinking. I'm going to wait until the spring when everybody's out buying. Well, guess who else is all thinking? We've already covered it. Everybody's thinking that same thing. How about we think this way? There's only a limited number of houses to choose from during the holidays. Wow, my house looks better with fewer people competing. Let's go on to number 3. Serious buyers have fewer houses and choose during the holidays, and less competition means more money for you. Hey, we just talked about that one. People who look for homes during the holidays are more serious buyers. Okay. Again, the people that I was helping during the holidays, they were transferring. They had to get here. They're moving their family. Again, they were working on the holiday schedule. Hey, we need to be here during Christmas. We need to be there during Thanksgiving. We got to hang out with your parents over New Year's. When they showed up, it was business. It wasn't, oh, I'm kind of thinking about it. Kind of had this going on on a different deal, kind of sharing more than I should here probably. But the buyers don't seem very serious, and that's not my clients, by the way. It's someone else's clients. And it was very interesting to see the psychology that's going on there. If they really needed to buy, there wouldn't be this kind of going back and forth. They would have done it. So I really think if you are looking to get your house sold, that this is a great time to do it. And, of course, you can reach out to me at 888-559-5217 and get the i35 Realty team out there doing what needs to be done, and that's get your house sold. Something else we want to kind of cover, and I was listening to the McClures earlier, and a guy was kind of hitting on this, one of his callers. And oh, by the way, give us a call. Right now we're giving those books away at 773-1400, and we'll be happy to let you pick one of the investment books on real estate and get you those for free. But he was kind of touching on this, and I'd like to touch on it some more, and it's this. I got this report off of CNBC. Katie Bartonarto, I can't even say her name. Poor lady, I just butchered her name, Katie. I'm sorry about that. She did a great article and talked to a guy. Cheap mortgages could fuel credit bubble. Bear Stearns CEO said. Yeah, this is great. This is like well, I shouldn't say that, but it's kind of funny to see him talking about this stuff, right? Because we know this guy was in the mix the last time this happened. Moves to boost the U.S. housing market could fuel the next credit bubble, warned Alan Schwartz, the former head of Bear Stearns, which collapsed during the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis. Yeah, then he was part of the party. So I wonder if he was out there warning at that time. But no, now he's not part of the party. Early this month, the U.S. Federal Housing Agent announced plans to return allowing Americans to buy homes with deposits as low as 3% in order to help boost the tattered housing market. At present, borrowers must offer a down payment of 5% to receive a guaranteed mortgage. Schultz, who is now executive chairman of the Guggenheim Partners, warned on Monday that the proposed move could propel the U.S. economy into a credit boom like one seen the years prior to the financial crisis of 07 and 08. He should know, shouldn't he? He'd be a great guy to see that. When we give credit to people with very low down payments and they can walk away from their mortgage, that is sowing the seeds for the next cycle, Schwartz told CNBC. Last week, the U.S. Mortgage Brokers Association forecast there would be a $1.19 trillion in mortgage origination during 2015, a 7% increase from 2014. So, basically this is what I'm going to say to you. Other places right now, our market's doing great, but there's other markets right now that are under a lot of pressure, and they're kind of seeing that, and so now they're going to let loose the spigot. I always go by this theory of lending. You want somebody in front of you that has these two characteristics. One, the ability to pay. Can they actually pay for what they want to borrow? The next thing is the willingness to pay. Do they have a willingness to make those payments? We can look at credit history. We can look at their income to debt ratio. If all that's great, then yeah, I want to loan you the money and get you into the house. However, my fear is we're going to repeat the cycle, which we always do. You do. Well, how does that affect you? Well, this is what I'm going to say. If you're an investor and you're interested in buying investment properties, thinking about 2-3 years from now, we're going to have that target-rich environment that we had in 09 and 010 when, gosh, I mean, there were some great buys out there. And now everybody is out there looking for those buys, and you need to be looking at it at that other time. I think J. Paul Getty made the best example of this, and what he said was this: he said, "I buy when people are selling, and I sell when other people are buying." Okay, and so we need to kind of start watching this. I remember the last credit bubble. I knew this was coming. I didn't know when. If I did, there was one guy that actually was timing, and I'm not a market timer. You know that because I believe investing and hanging on. This one guy made tons of money because he spotted it and called it at the right time. Well, really what I want us to do is start spotting this and preparing for the time when we're going to have a target-rich environment of these houses when they're back for sale again. Well, I really enjoy sharing this time with you every week and I look forward to talking to Aaron. Was warning me we might get bumped again on the 15th. Otherwise, we got some great guests coming. We're gonna have Thomas Baer back on. We're going to do our fourth quarter charity. We're gonna have them on, and we'll have some other guests on. And I really appreciate this time coming and hanging out with you. And I'd like to share some more of our great houses that we got out there before we close. We got West Hill, 243 Hewitt. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1527 on the square footage, and we're asking $121,900. The great rental property this would make, and I would really encourage you to look at that one. We got this one at 3020 in Mitchell Avenue in Waco. It's 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, square footage 1623. Really nicely updated in Waco. It's 1029. And then we got our commercial property we got out there on P Ridge. It's now it has a house on its 2-bedroom, 2-bath. 1020 on the square footage. Great property for an investor to build maybe some duplexes, multifamily, small apartment complex. This would be a great because it's in the Belton School District. You're going to have people coming in there. We're asking $250 for that. Great buy. You need to give me a call on that. And then we have the Axtell property. If, again, a great kind of semi-retirement person. You got 2 ponds out there, fish, bass. It's on Highway 84 out there, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1749 in the square footage, 1682 acres. Has shops, barns, ponds galore. We're asking $299,900. It's a great house. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Aaron's is telling me we got about a minute left. Again, I love talking to you on the weekend. Love to talk to you during the week, and you can give me a call at 888-559-5217. Look us up on i35realty.com. We do list some great homes. Love to list your property. Love to work with buyers. Love helping people build their lives. Give us a call, and we'll see you next Saturday.